In its own history. In this very presentation, we will look at the British Empire three-dead countries of Nigeria between 1885 to 1913. Secondly, we will see the emergence of British Oil Rivers Protectorate or Niger Coast Protectorate or Southern Protectorate that constituted what is called oil delta regions of Nigeria today. At the same time, we will see through a report of a British parliamentarian, Lord Macauley, how Africa was viewed and what they thought about Africa in general, and particularly those who had earlier established their kingdoms at various levels, including what constituted Nigeria today. At this juncture, we will ask for those who have not subscribed to these presentations to do so, to share the videos, to give their comments, and the responses will be also forwarded to them. It is through the responses of some people that we are presenting this very historical event this afternoon, because their history geared us towards this presentation earlier than what we planned to do. First, we have to look at the parliamentarians' report about Africa and how they view Africa before they destroyed Africa. He stated, "I have traveled across the length and the breadth of Africa, and I have not seen one person who is a beggar, who is a thief. Such wealth I have seen in the country, such high moral values, people of such caliber that I do not think we would ever conquer this country unless we break the very backbone of this nation, which is her spiritual and cultural heritage. And therefore, I propose that we replace their old and ancient education system, her culture, for if the Africans think that all that is foreign, note that all that is foreign and English is good and greater than their own, they will lose their self-esteem, their native culture, and they will become what we want them, a truly dominated nation. Lord Macaulay's address to the British Parliament on 2nd February 1835. The question is, have they or did they succeed in breaking the backbones of Africans, particularly Nigerians? Is our self-esteem broken today? Is our culture and what they want us to become has dominated our brains? This is a question for all. The second slide informs us about the British thinking about Nigeria, the British work about Nigeria. Here it is stated, British Empire trade dead countries of Nigeria, reported by P.L. Pemberton, in Michael's Weekly Stamp News on September 9th, 1911, before the amalgamation. This was the time when the debate on amalgamation of Nigeria was in the parliament. Now the question is, did they succeed in putting down the nations or the three countries that were nations before they came in, or nations when they were scrambling for Africa, nations when they were making Africa, particularly Nigeria, to be part and parcel of British Empire? The question is, what were the countries regarded dead? They were Niger Coast Protectorate, or Oil Rivers Protectorate, or Southern Protectorate, which the nationalities, on the other hand, refers to as Biafra, because it was located, all this group or this protectorate was located at the Bight of Biafra. The next was Lagos Colony and the Yoruba nations. They were also located at the Bight of Benin, alongside with Togo, Dahomey, that is then. Now, lastly, was the Northern Protectorate, today regarded as Arewa. These are the countries in Nigeria, Britain regarded as dead countries, created by themselves. And when you look at the presentation, you will see each insignia of the regardedly dead countries. You see the Niger Coast, it has its own insignia, British insignia. We have the Lagos Colony, we have the Northern Protectorate. They all have their own different insignia. First, we will look at the historical facts about the Bight of Biafra and the Bight of Benin, based on what we are doing today. We are not entering into the main history, but we are taking the facts we need to make public or to remind ourselves of. Now, this Bight of Biafra and Bight of Benin nationalities, they are made up of different nationalities. All were involved in slave trading activities. They were also involved in their various activities, trading activities, inter-city or inter-tribal, whatever way. They have had contact with each other, and they have had businesses together. They have traded among themselves before the arrival of the British or the Europeans into their various communities. They were also involved in slave trade business or activities with European slave dealers. They themselves were victims of this slave business, and they were also, during the time of Industrial Revolution, when palm oil or palm kernel were needed to lubricate British or European newly found industrial machines, and also the production of soap. So all these areas were centers of trade between the Europeans and the Africans of Nigerian descent of today. I'm taking from the politics and the significance of what this study today is bringing. There are a lot of political sentiments based on the name Oil River Protectorate or Oil Rivers Protectorate, the Niger Delta region. Who constituted this group of Niger Delta? Why were they called Oil Rivers Protectorate? Why were they significant during the time of slave trade, during the time of Industrial Revolution, and presently during the time of crude oil revolution? These questions are to be answered by yourselves, and through your research, you will come out with the needed answers. It is very penitent to say that Britain created what is called Oil Rivers Protectorate. This was as a result of domineering attitude and the bid to control the industrial potentials, the mineral potentials, the agricultural potentials of what constituted later to be Oil Rivers Protectorate among other competitors like Germans, French, and Dutch. This was reason why it was created at the Berlin Conference of 1884. We are not going to give the details of this Berlin Conference. It is a topic of its own where we look at the legal implications, we look at reasons of the creation, reasons why, if it is to be dismantled, the European countries had to do so, especially on the part of Oil Rivers Protectorate that constituted what is called today Eastern Region, and those who are fighting for exit in Nigeria called Biafra. Based on the question raised by some group of people directed to me, then we decided to carry out this project, especially to bring out the issue of Oil Rivers Protectorate that constituted what is called today the Eastern Region. If you look at this very slide, you will find out the existence, which was the bone of contention between these two debaters, the existence of Oil Rivers Protectorate. While one group says it never existed, but it was a fallacy, another one says it was a reality. Now we are presenting the reality of it. This Oil Rivers Protectorate lasted for only 8 good years, and the nationalities making up this very oil rivers that also turned to be Niger Coast Protectorate, later turned to Southern Protectorate, where the Benin, Kingdom of Benin, the Ishekiri, the Igbos, the New Calabar, the Borne people, the Brass people, the Old Calabar, and other host of nationalities within the period that may not have come out visibly, but are part and parcel within the communities that made up of the Oil Rivers Protectorate or Niger Coast Protectorate. When you look at this very slide, you find out that there are various names given to this same protectorate. It will be good to declare and made it known that it was the British Empire, the British people, that started giving various names to this very particular region. They gave various names to suit whatever motive they have. But however, the Old Calabar was the capital. When you look at these very names they created, you see Niger Coast Protectorate lasted for about 7 good years. Now, the question is, do you want this country or not? The next presentation slide, you see the new map of Niger Coast Protectorate. they are the same as those of the Oil Rivers Protectorate. In an open map, you find out the countries or the nationalities making up this protectorate. Then they were referred to as provinces. We have Benin City, we have Asaba, we have Onitsha, we have Umuahia, we have Owerri, we have Aba, we have Calabar, we have Opobo, we have Port Harcourt, we have Warri. These are the nationalities that made up all the coastal regions Britain named after themselves or before themselves. The next slide shows us the present-day oil states in Nigeria. And when you look at the states, you find out that Edo, which is called Benin Kingdom, we have Delta, where we have Warri, we have Bayelsa, we have within Delta, we have also Asaba, we have River State, we have Bayelsa, which represented the Bonny, we have River State, where we have also the Brass, we have Imo State, we have Abia State, we have Akwa Ibom State, we have Cross River State, and endly we have Ondo State. The question is, how did Ondo come in? Then we will go back to the next slide to see how Ebiri was part and parcel within the nearest close neighbor of Edo State. The significance of these lectures is the openness of what the brothers within the coastal regions are insinuating about the oil-producing Niger states. Who are the Niger Delta group? That is the question. They never named themselves the Niger Delta. It was Britain that named them the Niger Delta. And the Niger Delta constituted what they called Niger Coast Protectorate or Southern Protectorate, today called Eastern Nigeria. This presentation, I submit that there was what was once called Oil Rivers Protectorate, Niger Coast Protectorate, and the Southern Protectorate. All remain the same, only the change of nomenclature or the change of name by the Greater British Empire. And that the nationalities that constituted the Niger Coast Protectorate are still the same states that produce oil for Nigeria today. There shouldn't be distinction of who the Niger Delta people are and the producers of oil. All those from Southern Protectorate or Niger Coast Protectorate or Oil Rivers Protectorate are oil producers of Nigerian country today. With this, we come to the conclusion of this very presentation. Till we see you next time, subscribe, make your comment, and we will come back to you. Don't fail to give us your notification bell. Thank you and God bless you all.